All right, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining our special meeting on this June 30th, 2025. We're going to call this meeting to order by the start with saluting the flag. Can we turn off our mics? Okay.
United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation.
Present. Oh, sorry. Present.
Right.
Present.
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 Mr. Callahan,
Here.
Ms. Cook Henry,
Present.
Ms. Roberts. Present. Ms. Ivory. Present. And Ms. Wade.
Present.
Madam President, that concludes the roll.
Thank you very much, Ms. Maggie. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
Second.
Any comments, questions, concerns? Okay, so we're going to start.
Pardon me, Madam President, I can barely hear.
I'm sorry, my mic was unmuted. Now what we're going to do is we're going to open the meeting up to public comments on the agenda items. At this time, if anyone is in the room, you can come to the podium. Please state your first name and last name, the borough that you represent, and you have the floor to speak on any public comments from the agenda. Ms.
Hi,
Faber,
good-
hello.
Good
How are you?
evening. Marie Louise Faber, Lansdowne resident. So I just wanted to reiterate again, I had mentioned this at Thursday's meeting, but I would really strongly want the board to think about, and I realize there's a lot of push on raising taxes. But when we look at it, and I believe the number might have been shared, and I don't really remember, but it wasn't very big. When we're looking at the increase of taxes between the 3.5 or 3.9% versus 5.9%, which is the max that can be raised to. Right, it's something, obviously, if you're, trying to get through day to day on pennies, it's a huge number, but in reality, it is not. When we're looking at we were talking, I believe in 2 years, we're paying $1 million on the current bond. If we're looking to add another bond, that's what we're going to 2 million a year. So then we have to keep raising taxes into the future. That's like the long term, right? Instead of focusing on what's happening this year and trying to fix that and put a Band-Aid on it, we need to look more long term. So I'm really asking you all to consider that 5.9% tax increase something that's more sustainable for our school district, that we don't run into these problems. I realize maybe that's not going to solve these things anyway. I just also wanted to share the concerns of our young people. So my daughter is going into 8th grade next year. She was in the room at the finance meeting on Thursday. On her way to camp on Sunday, she was talking to her father and asking questions about, what is this bond? What does this mean? What about my after school programs that are so important to her, where she gets to connect with friends, to actually talk, which doesn't really happen in the classroom. There's no time for that. This is where the kids grow, in these after school programs. Academics is of course important, but if we can't let these kids have this connection, we're creating hollow human beings. And so again, the vitality of trying to keep these after school programs going is more than just like, oh, it's a fun thing for them to do after school. No, this is a vital piece of their growing up that these kids need. So hopefully you all take that into consideration. Thank you.
Yes, and thank you, Ms. Faber, for that. Just wanted to say something that, what we had discussed in our meeting, you said the 5.9%, and then you talked about the bond, having to take out the bond, but we would have to still do a percentage and still take out the bond. If we just did the 5.9%, we still wouldn't be able to live off of what we have.
Okay.
So I just wanted to make sure you were aware of that. We still would have to go after the bond to be able to, for us to sustain.
regardless of what we're doing.
Yeah,
Well, I'm sorry if I'm running over time, but again, I'll bring it up too, that, you know, what are we doing, again, sustainability wise on trying to get more dollars into the school district? So what are we doing on fundraising? Like, has anything, you know, this was brought up, I think maybe 2 months ago. Have we had any grant writing initiatives started?
so there has been a fundraiser initiative, actually, one of our board of directors, Ms. Val, who's on the call. This was with regard to start with corporate capital projects. We were running a dinner in Blanc. It was a dinner that was occurring at Kirkfield, but not enough tickets had went off to the same, so we had to change that. So we are.
Madam Chair, I can barely hear you.
So we are working on different fundraiser ideas as
But
well.
what about grant writing? Like
Um,
solid grant projects that are gonna support the school district?
So, so what I will say to you is that at our next education meeting, if you can please come to talk about that, and we can answer those, because there has been a lot of grant running that has been done, and we can be able to answer that at the education meeting.
Okay.
All
thank you.
right, thank you so much, Ms. Saver. All right, are there any other, public comments on agenda items at this time? All right, okay, what's, Anna, please unmute Anna, so she could have the floor. Anna, you have the floor at this time.
Unmuted? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. I'm from the Yaden Borough, and I'm going to take a different view with regards to what's being done. I know that we've taken a look with regards to the overall budget, and you've cut a lot of different things, but I really do think that we need to take another look with regards to what you're doing with regards to the buildings. I know that there's a plan with regards to renovating buildings, building new buildings, but that has not really been getting us what we need with better scores for the students. But our taxes and the expenses keep going up. So I'm thinking that we're not really spending the money in the appropriate fashion, and that we really do need to take a more of a better look with regards to where we're spending the money. Everyone wants the students to get what's best for them, but I think that we are spending money in areas that are not actually helping our students. And you're also continuously raising taxes. That has to stop at some point in time. There are a lot of people in the different boroughs that make up William Penn School District that are getting older, that are on fixed incomes. There's a lot of other people within the boroughs that are on unemployment. There's a lot of people that cannot afford food. So asking for additional money with regards to taxes, what you're going to end up doing is having a lot of people in the different boroughs that make up Williams Penn School District actually leaving the area, moving out of their homes, either because they can't afford the taxes or because they see what is going on and saying this is not going to be sustainable. So we need to find a better way with regards to how we're handling and what we're looking at with regards to the expenses.
Thank you, Anna, for your comment. I just would like to say that I would like you to come to our budget and finance meetings where we discuss where money is allocated. We also have a list that each board of director receives to review where money is allocated. When you come to our budget and finance meeting, to the answers to your question with regard to where we are spending money and what are we putting money into, could answer that, so you won't think that we're putting money in the wrong place.
I've looked at the information with regards to where you're spending money. I think that a lot of what has been done has not helped us increase the scores with regards to the students. And yes, I have seen the data. I've been to some of these meetings. So I think that you really do need to take another look. We can't just automatically approve whatever people are asking for. Some of the things that you're cutting shouldn't be cut. Other things that we're spending on shouldn't be spent on. And it's not just my opinion. There's a lot of other people within the different boroughs that I've spoken to that feel the same. And we're not accomplishing what we're supposed to be accomplishing, which is increasing the score of the students.
Well, Anna, thank you very much once again, and since you brought up scores, I would like you to come out to our education meeting to see, our scores actually have improved. But I would like you to come out so you can see, what our scores are and, of that, because, I would like you to feel as though that your dollars are being spent in the right way. But I also would like you to understand is we did win a fair funding lawsuit. So just to start off, the money was not fair in the beginning of how much money we're getting from the state. So you're telling us basically to spend quarters and we're playing with pennies. And it doesn't work in that way. We were not already, we already sued the state. We did not receive the funding that we were supposed to receive from the state for the lawsuit. So we're not playing on the same level field as everyone else. So I appreciate your comment. Everything that you're saying is definitely being heard. But I would like you to come out to a budget and finance meeting and education meeting so you can see where our test scores are going. And also if you can see where money is being allocated and that we're utilizing the money in the most effective and efficient way.
And
Thank you very
I had
much.
sent previously to the interim CFO to ask for a town hall meeting with regards to everything that had been going on with regards to the money, the millions of dollars that we were in deficit, what expenses we had paid in duplicate, where that stood, and nobody wanted to hold that meeting. So yes, I'm aware of what's going on with regards to the borough and the school
Well,
district.
thank you very much. Thank you. Do we have anyone else? Thank you. All right. If that is, all from public comments, we are now going to go to, budget item 4, adoption of the 2025, can I get a motion for adoption of 2025, 2026 general fund budget? This is a recommended action resolved that the budget of the William Penn School District as presented totaling $134,570,748 be adopted, having been printed and presented to the board and advertised in accordance with social code. Be it further resolved that the William Penn School District Board of School Directors of Delaware County, Pennsylvania, hereby authorizes the appropriation and expenditure of funds as itemized in said budget during the fiscal year commencing July 1st, 2025. The necessary revenue for the same shall be by 3.9% real estate transfer tax levied and assessed by resolution imposing the same for the fiscal year commencing July 1st, 2025, and by a school tax on real estate, which is hereby levied and assessed at the rate of 32.86 mils on the dollar on the total amount of the assessed valuation on all property taxable for school purposes in the William Penn School District, Delaware County, Pennsylvania, or at the rate of $32.86 on each $1,000 of assessed valuation of taxable property. Any comments, questions, or concerns?
Yes, I'd like to move that be amended to reflect only a 1.5% increase for the tax year.
So Bill, you would like, we would have to,
Motion to amend.
so we're gonna have two, it's gonna be an amendment, but we're probably.
You need a second.
Need a second. Does anyone want to second that for 1.5 with Bill?
Motion fails for lack of.
All right, motion fails, okay. Now, are there any comments, questions, or concerns with regard to the 3.9% Board of Directors at this time? All right, Key, can we get a, roll call? Yes, please, thank you.
President, on the item of number 4 on the agenda for the adoption of the 25-26 general fund budget, Ms. Paul?
Yeah.
Mr. Wright?
No.
Madam Secretary, I could not hear.
Okay, we'll speak into everybody make sure you hold the mic to speak in for your vote.
I
All right.
apologize. I'll repeat the motion.
Okay,
On item number 4, on the special meeting budget, the item is the adoption of the 25-26 general fund budget. And I'm calling for a roll call vote. Ms. Hoff,
Yes.
Mr. Wright,
No.
Ms. Richardson,
Yes.
Mr. Tong,
Yes.
Mr. Callahan,
No.
Ms. Cook Henry,
No.
Ms. Roberts,
Yes.
Ms. Ivory, and Ms. Boykins.
Yes. Thank you very much, Board of Directors. At this time, we are going to go to the next item on our agenda. It is the Homestead Exclusion Resolution. And this motion is to adopt the 2025 Homestead Exclusion Resolution as attached. So it is a PDF attachment to this. So can I get a second?
So motion. Second.
So here's so moved.
Mr. Tom makes the motion, Ms. Hoffman seconds.
Thank you.
All right. Any comments, questions, or concerns? All right, hearing or seeing none. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All those against? All right, next, we're gonna go to trans 2025 Tran resolution. Can I get a motion to approve the 2025 Tran resolution as prepared by bond council, board of directors? This was for the 9 million that we had.
So moved.
Second. May I
Any-
speak on this?
Well, I was gonna say, any comments, questions, or concerns? Ms. Hoff, you have the floor.
Yeah, so this trend is necessary, because our legislators have not passed a budget. That is the only reason it is necessary. And that's unfortunate. And this is not to place blame, it's just a fact, we don't have a budget today. And we needed a budget. In fact, legislators went home today. So they will not be working on the budget tomorrow, Wednesday, or Thursday. So our best hope is sometime next week. We're all volunteers here. And that's a hardship to us, right? Folks have vacations. We want to go home too. It's very, very unfortunate, and I hope something is done in the future to alleviate this. That is all. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hoff. And I do want to say too, just to add on to that, this trend helped us go through September. You know, this allows us to be able to do that. I want everybody to understand and know that what this does for us. Just so people won't think, oh, we're just borrowing. We're really doing this to be able to help us be able to open and start up our school year because of the fact that we are in a budget crisis with them not being able to approve the budget. So I just wanted to explain that to everybody. Okay?
Mr. Norris, I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
Can you confirm that this money gets us to September?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
I'm not sure it's necessary for trans as the way it is for bonds, but I'm gonna request a roll call vote on this just to be on the safe side.
No problem. All right, Ms.
Sorry,
Okay, go ahead.
how much is this train amount?
This one is the 9 million.
This is the 9 million,
9.95.
Thank you.
Thank you.
10, okay.
Okay,
All right.
all right, I'm calling a roll call. vote.
Yes, everyone, I'm sorry. Everyone, please speak into the mic.
Okay, I'm calling a roll call vote on item number 6 on the agenda, the trans resolution. Ms. Hoff,
Yes.
Mr. Wright,
I'll come back to me.
Ms. Richardson,
Yes.
Mr. Tong,
Yes.
Mr. Callahan,
Yes.
Ms. Cook Henry,
Yes.
Ms. Roberts,
Yes.
Ms. Ivory,
Yes.
Ms. Boykins,
Yes.
and circling back to Mr. Wright.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion passes.
All right. Thank you, Board of Directors. All right, next, we're gonna go to the adoption of the Act 93 agreement. This motion is to approve the 4-year agreement for the Act 93 employees. Can I get a second? Can I get a motion?
Second.
All right, any comments, questions, or concerns? All right, hearing or seeing none, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All those against? All right, thank you. Next, can I get a motion for the adoption of school safety officer agreement? Thank you so much. This motion is to approve the 3-year agreement contract for school safety officers beginning the school year of 2025.
Second.
All right, are there any comments, questions, or concerns at this time?
Yes, I just would like to know what would be the percentage for raise for the state law?
It's in our.
It's in our update.
Hold on.
1 second.
Actually, it doesn't start this year. And, hold on, let's look.
26 to 27, 2%, 27, 28, 10%.
Yeah.
You got it? You okay? Any more comments?
No, I haven't.
Okay, all right. For everybody online, if you heard, that was a 2%.
No,
All right.
26, 27.
Yeah, 26, 27, yep. All right, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All those against? All right, hearing or seeing none. All right, with that being said, I just want to say thank you, Board of Directors, for coming out tonight. Mr. Regal, it's nice to see you. Welcome to William Penn School District. Thank you very much. We look forward to working with you. And, thank you very much to the, huh?
There's a hand up.
Oh, hold on. Okay, Joe Moore Richard. I hope I'm saying that correct. You have the floor. If we can unmute Joe Moore.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, so I just have a question. So I guess you have voted to raise our taxes, our school taxes?
Yes, so we voted a 3.9% increase, which if you have a house value of at $153,000, $153,000, it is $150,000. That will be a $29 increase on your taxes.
Okay, and do we know why we're raising our taxes and where is that money going?
Oh, okay, so Miss Joanne, we have been having several meetings,
Okay.
discussing our budget. We have education meetings and also, in our budget and finance meetings, we explain and show a breakdown of where all money is allocated. We've also
Okay.
held different community discussions to discuss this. I would like to welcome you to, one of our budget and finance meetings, when you get the opportunity. They're also via Zoom. And then also our education meetings, so we can talk about where allocation of funds are going.
I appreciate that. I thank you so much for your response.
Okay, no problem. And also, Miss Joe, you can also go online to see a list of our budget items, so you can see
I
that
will
too.
do so. Thank you.
All right.
Madam Chair, would you share that she can review some of the other reports?
Yes, if someone can, if someone can post. Oh, right, it's right on the website. Never mind.
So if you go to the district website, Ms.
Thank you.
Joe, you can be able to look on the past meetings. And there you can find the presentations as well, showing the actual allocations of where the funds are being spent.
Yep, I don't know if she's still on there, but thank
Okay.
you. All right. So thank you, everybody, for coming out tonight, and thank you, Board of Directors. This meeting is adjourned.